Hi guys, today we are looking at the Entitled Parents subreddit. I found this one that says, Mum doesn't like being called out. Dad texts me this gem after no communication for 2 years. Let's see how this goes. Haven't spoken to my father in 2 years. Narcissist. Was in jail for domestic violence and decided I didn't want my daughter growing up around it. My mother still lives with him and stands by his side. I only stood up to her after 6 years of crap, considering with meeting my wife. After I told her I needed help with our toddler, she's sick. My wife is managing her. I was working and had a mole removal in the middle of my back yesterday. I have 5 stitches, so I'm a little slow, and she just expects my wife to be there for every need and won't say thank you. She was down staying with us for 4 days for work and seeing my daughter, but only the second time, and she told me that she struggled to raise me without a village, so I can do it too, and refused to help. So she moved her flight to leave today because she can tell we're stressed. I'm asking for help, not brain surgery. My God. This just escalated to an argument which basically told her to leave my house just after her appalling behaviour for the last 6 years, and then just flat out refused to help while staying in our house, and then changing her flight to leave because we were stressed, and so she just decided to leave in response instead of actually being a parent and stepping up to help. And I then got this text from my dad today. Haven't spoken to him in 2 years after years of only talking to me when he wants something, and then accumulating with the domestic violence. He hasn't even acknowledged my daughter's birth or existence since she is 18 months. Yet he sends me this. That was a small step for mankind, but a mighty big step for you. I can only wish you the best luck from here on with your own destiny, because you have basically written yourself out of our lives. Narcissists are the worst. Mum isn't happy I finally called her out, and Dad is trying to hold on to the power he has over me, ready to rewrite my family name for something good for my daughter, instead of being burdened by their shitty legacy. Yeah, I don't think you're the a-hole, and I would definitely go low contact, if not no contact, if they are that damaging to you and your family. I'm very much for you keep people in your life that are good for you, and that you're good for them. Don't waste your time on people that aren't. But it's hard when it's your parents. Anyway, let's read some comments and see what they have to say. Go no contact. Don't allow your mother to visit again. Yes, yeah. Block them. Change your name to your wife's family and never look back. This absolutely, especially the part changing everyone's name to your wife's last name. No contact. Crystal clear. Yeah, that is the consensus. That is the consensus with this one. Right, we are still in Entitled Parents. Mum is guilt tripping me about moving out. Hi, I am a 21-year-old Hispanic female. I recently graduated from nursing school, congratulations, and I had been working at a hospital an hour away. I was originally going to move out so I can live in the same city as my job. However, I started dating my current boyfriend and he works north while I work more south. Anyways, we signed a lease a week ago that lands us in an ideal middle position between both jobs. I am beyond excited to move out. Here is the issue I'm having. My mum is crying, complaining, whining about me moving out. She's telling me I'm selfish and stupid because I'm renting and not getting a mortgage. I keep telling her I can no longer do an hour commute because it's tiring. Okay, I listened to her and tried so hard to stay home because I know I'm holding the home together. As the eldest of 5, I know I am responsible for my sisters, the pets, my mum's health, and myself. I'm just going to interject here. Why are you responsible for your sisters? They're your sisters, not your children. Anyway, I'm the only driver, has health literacy, who is able to translate and sign documents. I'd be lying if I said I'm not tired. My mental health has gotten so bad to the point where I had to go to the emergency room and started taking multiple psych meds. No one knows about my attempts and how miserable I am living. I have a small room to myself and I pay rent for it, pay some bills, and I'm just trying to help lift the burden off my mum. It's just every time I come home to my room, it's always so cluttered because of my hobbies. I can't even do said hobbies due to the limited space in my room. I feel like a bird in a cage. I don't know what to do or how to stop the guilt from getting to me. She's trying to stop me from moving out and it's getting to me. 2 days ago, my car broke down after getting home from work after a 12-hour shift. It wouldn't start again because the starter was broken. It's in the shop right now and hopefully getting fixed before my next shift. Once I told my mum about the car breaking down, she hits me with, I told you to stay here and save for a car. Now you have no car and you have rent to pay. You're so stupid. I'm so annoyed. I didn't need to feel like shit after being stressed about my car. I can't wait to move out, but I feel like an asshole for leaving. I don't know if they will be able to manage without me. Edit. I will be taking my cats because I know they won't be taken care of if I'm not there. I have 100% responsibility for their care, so technically they're mine anyway. Yeah, you're not the a-hole, sweetheart. You need to live your life. You're 21, you are a nurse, you have a boyfriend that you want to live with, and you said yourself in the first paragraph, you're very excited. So you need to leave for your own sanity as well, because it sounds like this is really bad for your health. But let's see what the comments have to say. Thank you, that's exactly what I said. You are not responsible for your sisters, the pets, or your mum's mental health. That's all her responsibility. You just don't worry about yourself, and you just worry about yourself and get moved out. Your life is your own. Absolutely. And then OP has replied, thank you, it's just a hard pill to swallow. I will be taking the cats because I've been 100% responsible for them and I know they'll have a better life with me. I agree about the cats. I think you should take them with you. As you say, it doesn't sound like they'd be looked after and it's not going to cost you more money because you're paying for everything anyway. And then the commenter puts, fair enough, but your mum needs to step up and be a parent. Not your kids, not your responsibility. I agree completely with that. Anything done because of a guilt trip is done for the wrong reason. You can have a relationship with your mother after you've moved out, but you cannot have a healthy relationship with her while you stay. I agree completely. I like that sentence. Anything done because of a guilt trip is done for the wrong reason. Absolutely. What you are describing is emotional abuse. Your mother is the parent. She is responsible for your sisters, the bills, and everything else you mentioned. As an adult, you are making a responsible choice to leave an abusive situation and start your own life on your terms. Your mum had 21 years to plan for your departure. That she didn't isn't on you. Go love your life. You only have one shot at it. I completely agree with that as well. That sums it up. You get one shot at this life and you need to be happy and actually have a life. Right, we are still in entitled parents. My mother told my in-laws why my first marriage really ended because she was tired of them judging our family. And now my second husband says he does not know how to trust her around anything important. Okay, let's see what this is about. I am 36 female and got remarried last year. My first marriage ended about 5 years ago and it was one of the worst periods of my life. There was no affair or crime or huge reveal. It was just a long private collapse that involved counselling, a miscarriage, months of resentment, and eventually me leaving when I realised I had started feeling relief every time my ex was not home. I rebuilt my life very carefully after that, and I am married now to a genuinely kind man. His parents are polite but old school in a very specific way. They have made little comments from the beginning about second marriages, baggage, lessons learned, all the smiling stuff that is technically civil and still makes my skin crawl. I mostly ignored it because I'm too old to be auditioning for approval. My mother apparently was not ignoring it. A few weeks ago there was a lunch after my niece's recital and I was not there yet because I was stuck in traffic. Somehow my husband's mother made one of those remarks about how it is good this marriage began on a cleaner foundation. My mother decided that was insulting and responded by telling the table exactly why my first marriage ended and how much I went through privately before leaving. Not just the broad strokes either. She brought up the miscarriage and the counselling and said that people should be ashamed of themselves for acting like divorce happens because women are frivolous now. I found out because my husband came home looking sick and asked why his parents suddenly knew details I had never told him in that much depth. I confronted my mother and she said she defended me when nobody else did, and I should be grateful she shut them up. My husband said her intentions are beside the point and someone who can weaponize my private life that fast is not safe to have close. I feel betrayed, humiliated and weirdly guilty at the same time. Whoa. I think you have a husband problem. Your mum stuck up for you. She was obviously sick of hearing these comments. Or these little snidey comments about you. Knowing what you went through, she probably saw you at your absolute worst and is pleased that you've found a new life after going through something so stressful. Your in-laws are assholes, but why is your husband not standing up for you when they make those snidey comments? I'm sorry, you say that he's nice, but he's submissive to his parents and lets them walk all over you. Let's see if the comments agree with me or not. Your husband allowed his parents to treat you badly in front of everyone's faces, and this is the first time you were upset about something. Your mum shouldn't have given out private details, but at least she's the first to defend you. Yeah, I agree with that, because it does say that the mum went into details. She could have just been like, you have no idea what she went through, and just left it at that. But still, yeah, the mum did cross the line, but the husband staying silent while his parents keep taking shots at you, OP, is a way bigger problem. I agree. Out of all the people involved in this, the only person who loves OP at all, including even OP herself, is her mother. Yeah, I get ignoring the judgmental a-holes and not auditioning for approval. I did like that, auditioning for approval. Not auditioning for approval. I like that. But she is allowing her husband to allow his parents to treat her like shit on some arbitrary values pertaining to marriage. Doesn't speak for her being as well adjusted as she likes to believe she is. It's kind of one of those put yourself in the mum's shoes. Yeah, seems your mum just loves and wants to protect you. Compared to all the stories I read, this sounds like a proper mum. Over it and sick of watching her little girl be belittled. Yeah, I agree with that. As I say, I do think that the mum probably gave too much detail, but allowing for the anger at the moment, I can kind of see why she did. Yeah, definitely you have a husband problem.